and enjoyed the seergasm of a podcast.
Alright, you guys, welcome to Undercity Chaos in the mind of the comic. Go! I am your host, MTR, also known as Matt the Rat. And as always,
Stacker Pentecost.
Obviously, Billy's not here, you guys. Sorry, we really wish he was, but unfortunately, he is not. But don't worry, he will be here next week, so...
We'll miss you, Billy.
I'm going to go ahead and lower the music just a wee little bit.
No, let's have a reach from the floor.
There we go. All right, what are we talking about this week, Renee? Let's get a little bit more closer to that mic.
We're talking about The Walking Dead. We'll be talking about Batman 66, the whole Adam West revamp of Batman Network. It's going to be coming out tomorrow. So
yes.
We'll be doing that.
We're also going to be talking about what's happening with the Trinity War, correct?
What's going to go on with the Trinity War right now, and with JLA coming out tomorrow. Part 2 of
the Trinity War. So everything DC this week, basically this whole podcast today is about Batman and then The Walking Dead just briefly. Yes. Feels pretty good to me. I like it. Let's go ahead.
I'm so
jump
pumped
into it. You know what? If you guys did not know, this week we did start a Twitter account.
Yes.
And an Instagram account.
Check them out.
So we are on Twitter. We are at Rathouse. That is RATTHAUS. That's the way you find us. You want to tag us on anything? You want to ask us any questions? You go ahead. You go through Twitter. We're going to start doing live feeds. Not only that, we're going to have contests to win free graphic novels. They're free for you. They come out of my pocket. So understand that. Not only that, we are going to have some contests through Instagram as well. So definitely come in, swing on by, take a picture of us, take a picture with you on.
Wait a minute. Can
Undercity
we win
Chaos.
the graphic novels? If we're like Renee or I or Billy?
No, I think it's excluded from the people that are actually part of...
Are you sure? Because I'd like you to buy me a comic.
I'll buy you a comic.
Okay. The graphic novel?
I'll buy you $1.
It'll be DC.
That's fine.
I'm going to buy you the the Dial H trade.
Okay. You guys are always down on that, but I think it seems like...
You think it's necessary to have unnecessary storylines?
Well, obviously DC does.
Wah, wah, wah.
What? I'm just saying. I love you guys, though.
What a jerk.
What?
All right, but yeah, nonetheless, continue on our Facebook, which is facebook.com/RATTHAUSPRODUCTIONS, as well as our YouTube account, which is where you can listen to all of our podcasts, but we will soon be switching to Podbeam, which Podbeam links you directly to iTunes. So you will be able to hear us through your iPhones, iPod, iPad, iToilet,
Kindle Fire.
What else is there?
Your any kind of tablet, any kind of phone, your Androids, your Blackberries.
Wait. How do you listen to it through your Android?
Because you can listen via
iTunes.
Via your what Podbean will do is you'll have an RSS feed that any phone with an RSS catcher. So you can use Google Listen or...
That's what I do.
I happen to use one called the Pocket Casts. It's a paid app, but it'll just... You subscribe to that feed, and every time you post a new episode, boom, it's automatically there when they go to listen to it.
Yeah, like there's an episode called El Queso Fresco.
What?
What?
Of what?
Of what?
Oh, of my podcast?
No.
Of the
Why would I listen to your podcast?
Complex with my
Why
friend.
would I listen to your podcast?
Unless you were on his podcast.
You were on it.
Was I? I do not recall this day.
Your episode will drop next... Oh, you know what?
No.
Your episode will drop tomorrow.
Oh no.
So.
Oh no.
I just recorded one with Sue Channels of Undercity Comics. She's the guest following it, but your episode will actually drop tomorrow. So head over to Superiority Complex.
I'm not gonna lie.
.podbean.com.
I did not listen to it at all. You even, but you did catch me on not only when I came on, but when you guys had May the 4th be with you. No, not May the 4th. Yeah, May the 4th be with you, and it was also for Free Comic Book Day.
That's right.
And you straight called me out. like I listened to it. I was like, damn it. You made me seem like an ass.
That's right. And now you're admitting that you're just now listening, so that's good. And I recorded that when? May the 4th.
Yes.
So
Not
actually,
only
that would have been late
I got to listen to Sue's, the mayor of Undercity.
Sue's was good, yeah.
So Sue's was good.
Well, I will
she
say-
sounded kind of funny though, like her voice. I don't know if it's good to be recorded.
She's nervous. She was nervous. She's very nervous.
No, I'm messing with her. I know, because she's like, don't ever record a actual video of me. Don't do it. So
her voice does sound very much like one of the Deadites in Army of Darkness, especially when she's angry at you. And she's saying, "You better not release this podcast. I'll swallow your soul."
I'm not going to lie, though. I still think of the podcast we recorded for Undercity that we refused to release.
Okay, here's the thing. I was thinking about this for my loophole.
Even
Here's the thing I was thinking about this. Here's how we could sidestep this. Sue said you couldn't release it under Undercity Chaos. She has no jurisdiction over what we do over at the Superiority Complex.
This is true.
You already crossed over to his podcast.
So what I'm going to do is go, here's a special behind the scenes. We just won't call it Undercity Chaos, and I'll cut the...
We'll just call it crap.
I'll just call it... But you know, we should release that. We should release that as a bonus episode on my podcast.
It would be like what not to do on a podcast.
How not to do a podcast.
I just want to establish
Never
that
have Jared or Hayden on your podcast. That's the...
Mario at least explains what his podcast is about. If you don't know what Undercity Chaos is actually about, we're probably going to have to start doing this every episode. We are here because we are comic lovers, beyond comic lovers, because we make love to our lovers. We are comic cummers. So because of that, we have this all-out brawl every single week.
I thought it was because we came here to read comic books.
Oh, yeah, is that what you thought?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have changed that O to a U.
Yeah, comic.
I wanted people to be like, they're all coming together. I was like, no,
So
not that kind of come.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Is that really what that... I didn't know that. Okay.
Renee, did you know that what the meaning was behind it?
Undercity Chaos?
No, comic comer.
No.
Is that really what it is?
I thought it was
Renee referred himself in one of our episodes that he was a comic comer.
Yeah.
It's like, he knows. He's getting downtown like Funky Malloy. He's like, yeah, buddy.
Wow, I didn't know that's what I was. So I'm
So for the record, that's what it means. But if you want it to mean the other one, I mean, that's completely
we have time
fine.
okay, here's what I want
Power round?
I want all the kids to do. Little kids, if you're listening, first of all, you shouldn't be listening. This is an 18 and over podcast for sure. So parents, if you're like, we like going to the our kids, all ages comics, that is fantastic. You should not listen to this podcast with your kids, but you can keep listening as an adult.
Well, I mean, as a kid, you shouldn't be reading it in general. You think about it, you have Power Girl. Kids are like, why does it feel so funny in specific places when I look at Power Girl? And you're like,
What do you mean,
Jesus.
specific places like La Habra? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
It makes me feel
Exactly.
funny in the Habra.
When I used to
It
work
makes
at...
you feel funny at the Redwood
when I
Mall.
used to work at Knott's Berry Farm, I'll describe it completely. They have this thing called like Snoopy's Mail.
Yeah.
And it's
Were
kind
you
of like
Woodstock
Supreme
in the
Screen.
Ice Show?
No, I wasn't. But actually it was called Woodstock's Mail. That's what it was. It was Woodstock's Mail. And it used to go up and down.
Oh, yeah. My daughter loves it. Right?
Yes, and I would hear this comment quite frequently. I would hear, it tickles my privates. So, Undercity Chaos is kind of like Woodstock's Mail.
Wow.
But nonetheless, we're improvisational. We don't edit anything. We go along. So what you say goes, man. So if you
Okay.
accidentally say something racist, that's all on you.
First of all, that's never going to happen except when Sam's here. But I will say, I have a little joke for you. We now know what a comic.
I don't know if I want to hear it after. I'm like, it's racist. I want to say a joke.
So turn the kids, leave the room for a second. All right, mom and dad, here's a joke for you.
Because they're listening on their surround sound.
Yeah.
Mom and dads that read comics are like, I love this podcast.
What did the Chola say to the Cholo when they were done having sex?
What?
Did you came?
Wow. Is it like why did the Chola, how did the Chola get pregnant?
Teach your Cholo to go home and write an essay?
Or go do an essay?
Go
Either
do an
way.
essay? Yep.
Essay.
Look.
These aren't. What's this? This is the new way to read. This is the new Adam West
Yeah,
comic.
and this is their digital, so it's got a little bit of a different format where it's moving more like a movie. But this is good radio. But you can at least see what the artwork's going to look like.
It is
I'm
very
excited about
very
it.
50s drawn.
Yeah, it's very.
I guess 60s, if you will.
Yeah,
since
it's very
called 60s.
Silver Age Batman. But I'm excited because that's the kind of the Batman that I remember. That's the earliest memory I have of Batman is watching the old Adam West TV show.
Yeah, but I just wanted to explain that to everyone because people were like, it's not. I actually addressed on your podcast. I was ridiculed for Undercity Chaos.
Well, that's okay. But you take that and you take that criticism, but you use that. I mean, you use it to help you.
This is the thing: is a person that doesn't listen to or doesn't know about comics, of course, is going to be like, "Why are they rambling on about random crap?" Everybody that does listen to comics, like they're freaking geniuses.
Well, I wouldn't go far as to say the rest of you are geniuses. I mean, myself.
Oh.
I am sort of a Lex Luthor to your.
Kill this mic, just like that. As easy as that. I have power and I can take it. Right. All right, I put him back up.
That being said, real quick, please listen. Go over to superioritycomplex.podbean, BEAN.com. And what's going to happen is you're going to hear Matt. The episode will be released tomorrow. Usually I try to get it out by noon. And I sat down with Matt for about an hour. And we just talked about, him being in a punk band and all kinds of stuff. We talked about podcasting. We kind of went to...
We hit a lot of different
subjects. We talked about a lot of different stuff. And you'll see a side of Matt that you do not see when he's hosting this show.
No.
And you will hear me not being obnoxious for an hour like I am on this show. But
yeah, I asked him that too. I asked him, I was like, why are you obnoxious on a show? He's like, because I can.
I'm not going to ruin my own show. Come over here and screw yours up, man. That's what I do.
Definitely check that out. Not only that, but they are on Twitter, so check out Soup Complex. It's just like
UP Complex. We're on Twitter, and we're on we're Facebook page, facebook.com/Soup Complex. So check us out, like us. We talk about a lot of stuff that's going to cross over with Undercity Chaos. We talk about comics a lot. We talk about movies, music, all kinds of good stuff. And it's usually, if you're a nerd, geek, it's going to be right up your alley.
Don't forget to also visit FlickDicks, Loving and Hating Movies, as well as everything in between, as well as The Regrets, which I will be starting up. Unfortunately, I feel that The Regrets will be a solo act. So it will be just MTR.
Oh, I would love to come in and you sent me a text asking if I would love to come in and co-host. I'd love to come in as a guest, but I think that as far as music, I would love to come in and sit down every once in a while, but I don't know if I could. I mean, I love music, but I don't know if you and I would agree on any kind of music, and we would just argue for it.
Oh, nonsense! We totally loved Beastie Boys and whatnot.
I forgot to bring. I was going to bring you a copy of Paul's Boutique.
It is bad.
I got to bring you a copy of that.
It's bad. Let's go ahead. Let's get into it right now. Batman
Comics.
66.
Yes.
Get your kicks on Route 60. And remember, I'm singing the Rolling Stone version right now.
Yeah.
Because that's the only one that I really appreciate. I'm not going to lie.
Chuck Berry has a really good. Chuck Berry has a really good version. Have you never heard Chuck Berry's?
I have not. And see, we're already doing music right now.
Check it out.
Can you stop tapping the table? You know what? You know what they used to do when I was in a band, because I was a drummer and I kept just playing? They said armpits, and I used to have to put the sticks under my armpits. So you might have to armpit your hands, bro.
No thanks.
But nonetheless, Batman 66. So they're basing it off of what, Renee?
Off of the 1966 Batman animated TV show.
I'm Batman.
The Adam West. Now, for a lot of people,
nobody can mess with Adam Wee.
for people my age, a little older, that really was my first exposure to Batman. So you kind of had the idea that Batman was kind of this goody two-shoes character. And then...
don't forget to put on your seatbelt,
Don't forget to put on your seatbelt, Robin. And then you had DC Super Friends, Batman, and he was kind of the same. And at this time...
He was basically like the brave and the bold Batman, the smiley, happy-go-lucky Batman.
Very happy-go-lucky.
My parents died, but I'm going to smile every day.
You never knew Batman's parents died. They never made any mention of that his parents had been killed. You just knew he was a crime fighter, and he had all these cool gadgets.
And he had money.
And he had a lot of money. And
he had a Batcopter that had a smile of himself in it, didn't he?
No,
wasn't that on the cartoon?
You know what you can watch? Watch for whatever reason, the original Adam West series has never been available on DVD.
Oh, you know why, right?
Why is that?
The reason that it's like that is because at one point it was actually owned by two different companies.
Oh, okay. All right.
So from there, they just continue to go into fight over it now. So At one point, it was owned by one company, but from there, because the name still is entitled by the two other companies, technically 3 companies.
Well, wow. Yeah, I know they've
in
never
like
been
a
able to...
huge battle about it. So you're never, ever going to be able to see it. And I remember they used to air it on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, they
Yes.
aired on
When I was a kid, it was on Channel 11 after school. But the one thing you can see that's left over is they did a real quick movie in the 60s.
Yes.
That is on Netflix. And
It is just called the Batman movie.
It's just called the Batman
It has
movie.
Penguin, Catwoman, the
Joker,
Riddler, and the Joker.
And it's really silly.
My
That's the
first
one.
scene,
There's a lot
shark
of
repellent.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of memes with like Batman crawling up the ladder and like the sharks biting his leg. It's pretty awesome. Just check it out.
That is the one. Tell me if I'm wrong. The guys, like the senators or something, turned into like powder, right?
Is that the one?
And that's when remember. And then you think Penguin supposedly tricks Batman, and he's like a sailor or something, or a captain. Mm-hmm. And he takes him to like the Batcave, which Batman would never do. He'd never let anybody else into his Batcave.
I don't remember if that's part of it, but it was unusual because it had every villain in it at the time, and that show, I mean, was hugely popular for like 3 years. And my brother told me, I guess it would be on twice a week. They would show it like it would run.
Yeah,
twice a week.
it was a 30-minute segment, then a 30-minute segment. Then they couldn't afford it anymore, so it went down to a 20-minute segment. Yes, that picture is awesome. And then from there, I think it actually like went lower and lower.
Yeah, but at the time, you had huge like guest stars. There was a running gag in the show where they would be crawling up the side of a building, and you could tell it was them upright, and they just turned the.
Yeah, they'd walk up the side of the building. Yes,
and then
I remember
somebody
that.
would stick their head out of one of the windows, and it would always be a guest star. It would be like Jerry Lewis or somebody crazy like.
Wait, Jerry Lee Lewis?
No, Jerry Lewis, like, hey lady, like Jerry Lewis.
Gosh.
But yeah, so they would. That was like a.
all you hear is, goodness gracious, great balls of fire!
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing here?
Yeah, he married his cousin on an episode of Batman.
That's messed up. That was cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded. But no, it was. I'm looking forward to a kind of lighter. I guess I know for me, I think something like that is something like kid-friendly, and I think that's a good way of, because I ended up liking Batman through that, and then later on when I started getting into the 80s and it was like Frank Miller and all that, or like all these people were writing these great dark comic books for Batman. That's a good intro. It's a good way to introduce you to the character and like get him into they hook you in, and then later on when you're older and you can handle it, it's like, surprise, his parents are dead and he's a sociopath. There you go.
Yep.
But
There's the truth.
And he is paranoid beyond belief.
Yeah,
Yep.
But it's a good intro to the. I think I'm looking forward to that series.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it.
You're gonna read it? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna let you touch that one.
Really? Come on.
Yeah.
Even the big, you get like
I know,
a hard-on
but
for Batman. no matter
but
what.
it's like. But it's,
Is it too
it's
light
Adam,
for you?
Yeah, it's Adam West Batman. Like
That's
that's what I think I explained on your podcast. Is that I'm so used to the New 52 version of everything now. When I try to read anything per this, if it's not as dark or not as well drawn, I get annoyed. So for me to read like Hush, there's so much dialogue in not Hush. I lied. Nightfall. There is so much dialogue in it that it bugs the living crap out. Like they address everything that's you. Unlike what they do now, is they let the reader view the picture and understand it. Hence, when Batman, I think it was Batman and Robin number 18, when Robin dies, you have the silent comic. And you're just supposed to look at everything and know exactly what emotions are there. So they do now. They don't assume that you're stupid. In the 80s and 90s, they assumed that you were stupid.
I don't think with the Nightfall series it was a matter of they assumed that you were dumb. I think there was just a lot of that is dialogue heavy because you're basically getting ready to off your most popular character.
Yeah.
Not often, but like sideline.
Look at how thick that thing is. That's like 3 Bibles, man.
If I had a nickel,
It wasn't worth
I had a
it.
nickel for every time I heard that. But yeah, I mean they are. But that was a huge. There are so many. That was over how many issues? Nightfall, and it was like
It was what, a 2-year span?
it was a crossover with a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah, there was,
The
there
universe
was a
at that
big
time.
old story.
It was a
arc.
huge story. It was the story arc for DC.
But I heard that they lost a lot of people too by doing that.
For what?
For Nightfall.
Oh, the like characters
To get Azrael to be as Batman. And when I heard it, they took a dive.
By the way, if you ever want to hear anything interesting, go to iTunes.
Well, we're not interesting at all. If you ever want to hear anything interesting, just get off this podcast.
Go to your iTunes and go to look up Nightfall under audiobooks. The BBC did a radio drama of Nightfall. And
the entire thing?
The entire thing. It starts out with Azrael, and it goes like the whole. I think it ends with when I think it ends with Bruce Wayne coming back and then fighting Azrael to like it doesn't. But it's from when he.
It's not a real fight. If you don't know, spoilers. Nightfall, basically what happens is Azrael has all this big old armor on him, and like Batman comes back and he's crawling through this tiny crevice, and he's like, I'm still Batman, I have the mantle, and like has to take off all his stuff. Then finally when he does get to Batman, all he has is the mask on, and Batman's like in all this glory and has this giant light on him, and he's standing there like so beautiful, and Azrael starts crying going, you are the real Batman.
Awesome.
And then he walks away. That's the way he loses the mantle, not by a fight, by crying and bitching out in the beauty of Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, but that's the power of Batman.
That is weak, man.
You of all people,
I
I'm
know.
surprised you weren't comic coming when you saw that.
Oh yeah.
Listen, I was
you
like,
are the Batman. Wow.
It's like getting everything you want in a woman, and when everything comes off, you're like, oh, it's all padded. You're wearing a butt bump it and a freaking push-up bra.
That's bad personality, bro.
We're going a little bit dirtier than we normally do on this one. No, on the last one we talked about Kevin Smith's.
Oh yeah, we did.
Kevin Smith's junk.
Well, we usually wait till a pretty girl walks in the store. The one time a month a pretty girl walks in the store, and then we're like, "Hey, go!" Yeah, that's what we do.
It was awesome. I regret nothing.
No, I am looking forward to Batman 66. I will check it out with Renee, and hopefully it'll be a title that is.
It'll stand the test of time.
Is it going to be something that is it going to be a one shot? Is it like a short series? Like
so far, I think it says it's a new ongoing.
Is it part of the new 52?
Probably
You know
because
what?
they get rid of so many titles, so it might be part of the new.
You know what would be awesome? If they did it audio and they had Adam West read it.
Adam, what? There you go.
You know you're gonna have to read it and think of Adam West.
You are. You're going to hear his voice. But
Nobody.
Robin, the Joker. I can't do an Adam West.
You're kind of doing a
I
shadow.
am doing a shadow. Stewardess, there's something out of the wing.
There's some of the wing. Some thing.
Stewardess, I'm going crazy. There's.
Is it really how bad that Twilight episode was?
That's awesome. You've never seen it?
No, I haven't seen the Shatner one. I saw the I saw the Frasier guy do it. Well, no, he's not Frasier. Who is
No,
he?
it's John Lithgow.
Yes,
That's a good one.
and that
That still scares the crap.
yes,
That's still.
I cannot fly on an airplane, dude. When I flew to
I'm
New
more
York,
scared of
man, I
gremlins
was
than I am
shitting bricks.
I'm more scared of that gremlin than I am of like getting taken down by a
You
terror.
have a gremlin at your house, though.
Oh, my dog. No, but
Have you seen that dog?
I've seen the dog. Yeah.
It is like, and it's funny too, because like I was playing with it, and like out of nowhere, she's like, and I'm like, the hell is going on here? It's like, no, that's the way he is when he plays. He turns into a little demon.
he likes
You
you.
pour water on him, and he turns evil when he wants to play. And
Actually, he was trying to steal your soul, but
that's good.
you mean that guy?
Oh God, look at how evil that dog is. It's the scariest thing in the world. All right, let's get into this week's brand new comics. Go ahead and take it away, Renee.
Well, for this week we got A+X, Adventure Time, All New X-Men, Animal Man, Archer Armstrong, Avengers Assemble, Batman 66, Batman and Catwoman, Batman Beyond Unlimited, Batwoman, Birds of Prey, Blood Boomers, BPRD, Hell on Earth and Wasteland, Bravest Warriors, Cable and X-Force, Deadpool, Dinosaurs Attack, Doctor Who Classics, Dream Thief, Fables, Fantastic Four, FF, Green Lantern, New Guardians, He-Man Masters of the Universe, Hairbanger Wars, Invincible, Iron Man, Justice League of America Vibe, or V-Bay, Legion of Superheroes, Morbius, Living Vampire, Nova, Red Sonja, Revile, Savage Wolverine, Scarlet Spider, Simpsons comics, Sonic Universe, Star Wars Dark Times, Spark Remains, Star Wars Darth Vader Ninth Assassins, Strain the Fall, Supergirl Superior Carnage, Thanos Rising, Thor God of Thunder, Thunderbolts, Ultimate Comics, Spider-Man Uncanny X-Force, What If AVX, Wolverine Max, Wonder Woman, and X Factor.
Whoa, I'm going to be broke this week. I'm so going to be broke.
All right, guys, that is the conclusion of this week's new comics.
What's coming up next, MTR?
We're actually going to talk about more Batman, but real quick, I just want to address
An
Comic-Con.
envelope?
I didn't know
That's right. It's this week. I keep forgetting, too.
Comic-Con is
You know what? How are we not?
at Comic-Con.
The only reason I am doing this podcast
Is to try and get a Comic-Con?
Is to try to get into Comic-Con. That's the only reason I come in here.
Yeah, like...
I got...
You don't think I have better things to do in the middle of the day?
Yeah.
Like,
Dude,
man,
we could do it. We could do WonderCon. Stop dropping it. It totally picks up.
What
It
did-
still does it,
Without
man.
the tappings!
I have a lot of nervous energy.
It's like I'm
Drink a lot of Coke Zero.
I drank a lot of Diet Coke. I'm getting skinnier though. That's helps.
Isn't it worse on your kidneys?
It's actually worse on your kidneys. Let me tell you guys something right now.
That has nothing to do with comics.
Nothing to do with comics, but stop, because this is a Batman-style PSA. If you're drinking a lot of soda, kids, stop. You know why? Soda dries out your kidneys, and then what happens is all the salt from the soda forms into kidney stones. Mm-hmm. So then when you start drinking more water or anything, your kidneys are like a chamois. So then when you drink a lot of water, they puff back out. But what happens is all those little stones get pushed out into your urinary tract, and you get kidney stones. And speaking as someone who's
You
had...
could have just said you get kidney stones. Like, you had to explain the
Speaking
process.
from someone who's had both a broken femur and a kidney stone, I kid you not, I'm looking you dead in the eye, break my femur again before I get another kidney stone. Because that was the worst pain I've ever felt in my life.
Well, speaking...
All I think about is Zoolander and his come on, give me a little pee-pee.
Oh, yeah.
Dripping in Eureka!
That's what I'm talking about!
That's all.
Just a little pee-pee.
Yes, I could push, but if only I could piss.
Isn't that Ben Stiller's dad?
Ben
Isn't that
Stiller's
his real
dad.
dad?
Jerry Stiller.
Oh gosh.
Jerry Stiller's finest moment is in the Seinfeld episode where he and Kramer invent the man's ear.
Yes!
And they're arguing over whether or not to call it the man's ear or the bro.
The bro.
It's the bro.
It's the
It's the
bro.
bra for men. Man's ear.
Man's ear. It's the man's ear.
Why are Jewish people so funny?
You know what? From the Marx Brothers to Jerry Seinfeld, they're funny people.
I don't know why. I mean, Jonah.
I think
you got the
thousands-
Next Generation. You got Jonah Hill,
I think
Seth
thousands
Rogen.
of years of oppression will do that to a people where you get to the point where you're like, you know what? We got
just don't care
We got to
anymore.
laugh about this because what else are we going to do? You know,
That's
so
true.
Go back to the way we were. Hell
exactly.
no. But yeah, I want to address Comic-Con, man. They're having the
wish I
Crow
could go.
panel
It's a
there.
big year
Snyder's
this
going to be
year.
there.
Sue's going.
Higgins is not going to be at. Now this is weird. They're having Are they having the New York Comic-Con the same time as?
No, they do that later in the year after the summer.
Ray, have you ever been to Comic-Con?
No.
I'm sorry, Matt the Rat. Have you ever been to Comic-Con?
I have not.
Is there anyone in this building who's ever been to Comic-Con who can tell us a little something about it on the
All
air?
right, I think we need to bring the mayor.
Sue,
of
would you mind
Undercity.
coming over for a minute so we could ask you a few questions about Comic-Con?
I'm just going to take you away from your busy day today.
We take you away from coloring
Hold on.
Aquaman.
I want to give her an intro. She's gonna have the intro for Flick Dicks, some punk rock music, even though she does not listen to
I'm
punk
actually
rock.
going to take a picture of Sue for
Yeah,
for my.
we're gonna have to do the Instagram.
This is for. I'm actually skills to put on my podcast.
At least he's not doing what my friend does. My friend like he was like, I'm gonna take a picture of you chugging a beer, and I'm chugging the 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 beer. I'm like, you're a dick, you're filming. He's like, I am. It's a bastard. Maybe drink all that beer and get drunk for no reason.
Oh, there's no reason to get drunk.
But you have been to San Diego's Comic-Con.
Yes, I have been the last 3 years.
And how is it being in Hell's handbag?
Hell's handbag.
Tell me I'm wrong.
What is it like as a girl at Comic-Con? First of all,
Yeah.
There's a lot of girls in Comic Con.
There are, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're all dressed up in really skanky outfits.
Why am I not there?
Did you go?
And some girls should not be wearing skanky outfits.
Like my wife says, just because they make it in your size doesn't mean you should wear it.
Right, exactly.
Is it like on Hackers when they're like, ooh, spandex. It's a privilege, not a right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
What did you go dressed as?
I never go dressed as anything.
Aw,
I just
you
go.
didn't-
Mike and I only go for about a day.
You know what would be an easy costume to do? Be a Batmite.
You're an idiot.
What? All you got to do is the blue paint and wear like blue shirts, and that's
And
it, right?
So what is it like? I
not?
mean, describe it for the uninitiated. What is it like? How many people
Have you
are
guys
there?
been to WonderCon?
I went to WonderCon.
Okay.
Sue saw me there.
Try that.
Obviously,
about
if you guys are the podcast.
times 10 on the people.
Jeez.
Overcrowded, stinky.
Yeah, I was
Even
gonna
on the
say,
first day,
What does it smell like in there?
like ass and bo.
Oh,
Yeah,
And
It's-
drunk people. I hear there's a
and
lot of drunk people.
There are some drunk people. I don't really, and then it's just a bunch of nerds hanging out. This year is supposed to be a lot less people from the movie studios
why is that?
because they yanked their tickets
Why'd they do that?
because they took over like the
They took over
entire
a lot of
Comic-Con.
it, yeah.
So a lot of people, a lot of regular comic book fans could not get tickets. So
You had like what? Like last
like
year didn't have
Fox,
Spartan?
I think yeah, like Fox and all
know why
these
that
all
was
these
there.
studios ended up like getting about 50 to 100 tickets each studio, and then they gave them to their family. And so all these people were walking around and don't care about comic books, and they're just there. And it just took up a lot of space, and it was not fair for all the people.
It's called Comic-Con for a reason.
Right? It's not Hollywood.
FilmCon.
It's not Hollywood Con.
You
But
guys
it
have
became
Sundance.
Hollywood
Go to that.
Well, the thing is,
Yeah.
there's so many. The comic book movie, I think, is so. They're the only movies that are really making money right now.
Yeah, but seriously,
Like
last
that level of money.
Last year, they had the
yeah.
Twilight panel, and these people were staying out there for like 3 days waiting for the Twilight panel. Even I was there waiting in line for a preview night on Wednesday, the first night. The people have already been there for like 3 days for Twilight, outside in the heat, and we were all making fun of them. Yeah, I mean, seriously, there's like, why are you here? You know, you should not even be here. Twilight sucks.
I think that's why they did WonderCon though, because if you think about it, WonderCon is like the punk rock concert. You know, the one where like all the hardcores go. Not
WonderCon is more for comic books.
yeah, exactly. Even though it's called Comic Con, not really comic related until they came out until this year.
This year, you know, they realize they oversell way too much. You know, and those tickets are expensive.
How much is it to go?
I think it's like $175 for a 4-day pass.
Oh my god!
I thought that was a day. Oh
No,
no,
it's a
that's the
4-day
people
pass.
that I hear people try to sell them for like 170.
Well, if
day.
you're not supposed, they're not transferable, but people do try to sell their tickets, and then people do wait outside to see if someone can sell their tickets. But I know that they make bank on those tickets. They probably, I've seen them go for like $400
not
Yikes.
worth it. Not
if you're that desperate to go.
I'm not.
I know it's really not that big of a deal. Like we only go for 1 day out of the 4 days that we get as a pass.
You guys get passes from the store, right?
Right, because we, you know, from our distributor.
But this year she is not going, and who is replacing you for going?
No, I am going.
Oh, you're going this year?
I'm going tomorrow.
I thought your manager was going to be heading. up there.
She's going down too.
Ah,
Yes.
You have a manager?
Yeah, Victoria. She's my manager.
I heard that they have outside panels as well. So
They do outside in the other, like there's a bunch of hotels because a San Diego Convention Center is not very big to cover. I mean, they take up the entire convention center and the hotels around it to cover all the panels that go on over there.
Wow.
But the hotels around it, I don't think they check your badge. You could just go in.
yes, that's what I've heard. That you could also do. And they have other things like this weekend. They're doing the San Diego Comic-Con Hollywood Babylon. So Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman are going to be doing Hollywood Babylon at the House of Blues in San Diego for the Comic-Con weekend. So if you want to go see them, by all means, you want to see Kevin Smith, shake his hand, you want to piss off Ralph Garman, go ahead and head on down there. It's usually like $20 a ticket. They're really cool people. I think
I
Ralph
piss
Garman
up?
said he was going to go dressed up as like MacGyver this year.
Oh my God.
And Kevin Smith is just going to go as Silent Bob. So.
Of course. And then they also have over at Petco Field, they have the Walking Dead maze.
They do. I wanted to just do that. We should just do that.
That is probably the first time a lot of those guys are going to see a baseball field. They're going to be there. First of all, just going to a baseball stadium is going to confuse them.
I know, right? I always park at
Why are the seats like horrors?
What is this place?
Wait, what?
What is this place? Is this some sort of arena where robots fight to the death? Get into sports. That's what I'm saying.
Watch some sports.
Watch some goddamn sports.
No, I think Renee. Do you watch sports? Nope. Oh,
Renee,
right.
watch some
sports.
goddamn. We're taking Renee. I'm taking Renee to a Dodgers game this year.
You should.
Why? So you could get in a fight?
We're gonna get hammered.
No, get the
Renee,
garlic
I'm
fries.
gonna take you to an Angel game so you could relax and enjoy your.
Yeah, you could have a nice nap.
Damn.
You can have a nice little. Oh, look, the rally monkey. Let's all worship it and
Either that or you
sacrifice
could,
our
either that or you
children
could
to
get
it.
killed. Just wear a Giants hat. You'll be fine, Renee.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah.
Don't wear a
Just
Giants
saying.
hat.
Just throwing a record out there.
Let me ask you a question. You want laser cannons and T-shirts and fucking?
They have that there
They
too.
don't have T-shirt cannons
Not
at
cool.
Dodgers.
And Renee, it's okay. You'll like it because they're white women there. Ah.
Wow.
What? I was being truthful.
Speaking of which,
Tell me I'm wrong, unfortunately.
speaking of which,
There is a lot of white people.
your
Yes.
truck's about 5 feet too low to get into an Angels game. You need to have it lifted up, brah.
You know, somebody told me that. They were like, hey, bro. And I'm like, why am I bro? Is it because I'm wearing a baseball hat?
Yeah, bro.
Like, I'm sorry. I don't want to do my hair. I don't want to look like a jerk or a jackass like you. Sorry.
You don't want to look like a jerk.
Back
Wear
into
that hat.
Comic-Con.
Nice.
Would you suggest anybody going?
I think everybody should try it once.
The whole
What's
week
the
or
best
just one
thing
day?
about it?
Wait. The whole week or just one day?
Well, see, I can't handle the whole week.
So
I'm
if you wanna get
surrounded by
overwhelmed-
the stuff all the time, so for me, it's nothing big. If you want to go, you have to plan it out. If you want to go for the 4 days, it could be a lot of fun, but you really have to do a full-on plan. There's so many panels, and you have to make sure you schedule yourself where you want to go. Otherwise, you're going to just be walking around like a dumbass.
Okay, so you'll be me. Like
Right,
at
yeah,
WonderCon.
right, exactly.
At WonderCon, I'm like walking around. I'm like, oh yeah,
pretty much.
This panel's gonna come on, but no, I don't set a timer. I don't do anything. So then they're like, Scott Snyder is doing 0 year, and I was like, ah, crap, and I ran up there, and the security guy's like, nope. But then somebody came out of the exit door, and I like snuck my way in. At that point, he was talking about the wake, but the sad thing was, everybody started getting up and leaving because they only wanted to hear Batman stuff.
That
So it
sucks.
ended up being me and like maybe like 75 to 50 people.
That sucks.
That was hurtful on my side. And
But
I'm not
even
Scott
even
Snyder.
Victoria said that she's probably going to have to camp out for the Doctor Who panel
Are
all
you
night.
jealous, Renee?
all night. Yeah, Doctor Who panel and then the Sandman panel.
Oh yeah, I finally figured out what Neil Gaiman book I read. I read American Gods.
How was it?
It was amazing.
He's
You got to
good.
start watching Doctor Who.
I'll think about it.
You better just start.
So go ahead with your question. You as well. Damn all you Doctor Who-ishes.
You know what?
Whovians.
Sue fought it for a long time.
I watched it. I love it.
All right, well, go on with your question. You
I
had
was
a
going to say,
question.
Sue, what is the best thing about Comic-Con? Like, what do you like best about it? What brings you there? You have to just like the people watch and go, look at these idiots.
Costumes.
Is it the smell?
Yeah,
Is
the
it-
smell makes me want to go back
Is it
all the time.
smell of fresh Kulo?
She can just smell that here, especially
Yeah.
when I almost put my ass against the glass.
Every
I smelled that just recently. I smelled it at Disneyland yesterday.
No.
I was walking with Mike to get cotton candy, and somebody farted like right there in front
Oh,
of me.
dude, somebody cropped us to
I
knee
was
when
like,
I
are
was
you
at
serious?
work. I was pissed.
Are you serious? It's like ass and sweat at Disneyland.
It wasn't even
yesterday.
fart. It was just ass.
It was like
and
full
sweat.
on ass. It's like all of a sudden we turned around and all these Asians started coming towards us, and we're like, would they just let out the group or something from Disneyland? I mean, seriously, it was like a
you
tour.
can say this because you're Asian.
I can say this because I'm Asian.
Yeah.
yeah.
You're
my
Asian.
Asian.
She speaks
But it was like
Asian.
Korean. So
But be happy that you have really good peripheral vision.
I don't have slanted eyes.
That's why I'm saying
You have almond
you have really good peripheral
You
vision.
have almond shaped eyes.
Almond shaped eyes.
When you come in and start to see Sue, you're like, is she Mexican? What?
People think I'm Mexican.
Yeah, well, that's
especially
good.
with the last name.
And you live in
I
Whittier.
still think you're Mexican. You're Mexican in my eyes.
Yeah, my brother looks more Mexican than I do.
You're married to a Mexican, so that you're part of the club.
Yeah, I'm part of the club.
Yeah.
She's Mexican.
I
at
can make fun of
times.
Mexicans.
Round chicken, brown cow.
I'm sorry, Sue.
Wow.
Sue, let me
Sorry,
ask-
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I was like Mexican by injection.
So I guess we're
What
all
was that from Matt, Big Matt?
Sue, you know, Sue, I would like to apologize because I know when you come on my podcast, the superiority complex at Podbean.
I regret nothing.
You're treated with dignity and respect.
There was
like
a
human
reason
being.
that we had a punk band called The Regrets.
Because you regret nothing.
Because I regret nothing. Or actually, the slogan was regretting everything since 2007.
That's what you got to do. But Sue, so say I'm uninitiated. What's the easiest? Like, what's the best? You get it one day? Is there the best day to go? Like, you should definitely go on this day.
Friday, I think I heard is the best day. I went to a Friday one time. Mike and I take the train.
Okay.
Because then you don't have to worry about... Yeah, exactly. Take the train from Fullerton.
You can just get it off right there in...
and right down the street from
the
it.
trolley, yeah. You take the trolley down.
You take it straight down. And make sure if you take the train, do not get coach, get business class. Because on the way back, it's standing room only.
Yeah.
And so if you have the business class ticket, which costs a little bit more,
it's like
have your own seat.
It's like $5 more. Yeah,
right. You have your own seat.
Which is worth it if you think about it.
Right. You have to schedule early, too.
When we went on vacation to San Diego one year, we just took the train down there. Mm-hmm. And it's great because it drops you off right there. The trolley drops you off in Old Town.
Right.
Or the train drops you off downtown, and the trolleys are right there. Right. You can take them right into downtown.
Yep.
And you go to the Petco fields right there. The same stop. It's Petco is one way. You look to your left, and the
real quick, is
right
it true that you could bring your pets to Petco?
I don't know if that's true, but there is an area where you can walk around. You pay $5, you can just walk around on the grass. There's no seats, but you can get into the park and see a game for $5.
It's a nice field.
It's a great field. It's a great place to go see a game.
The tour takes forever. We like a 2-hour freaking tour.
Oh, what did you?
My brother wanted to do it for the.
Nancy, when you took a 2-hour tour, was there a millionaire there?
Yes,
wasn't it a 3-hour tour?
Was there a movie star?
No, it was like a 2-hour tour
Professor?
of Petco Field. By then, I was over it.
Did the weather start getting rough?
A 3-hour tour. All right, last question.
Okay, my last question to you, Sue. Mm-hmm. If you were going to go this year, if you were going to dress in costume, what costume would you wear?
Ooh. Don't say none.
Now, you have unlimited funds to make an awesome costume. What would you?
It could be like dead on.
Unlimited funds to make an awesome costume.
I'd still be vibe. I don't care what anyone says.
eBay, really?
I'm Mexican. I have to represent my people.
God.
You could be Katana if you want.
Psylocke.
Who's that?
You don't know Psylocke?
Oh, Psylocke.
Psylocke.
I thought you said Psylocke.
I'm going to bring my swords.
Wow. I'd probably be, I would build a life-size Jaeger for me and Renee to pilot.
Shut up! Not even comics!
My God.
I was going to say we'd be so compatible.
Yeah. Get in my drift, bro.
You guys would shit. You guys would shit.
Well, you would have loved it last year.
There's a Mexican restaurant over there. Turn left.
You would have loved it last year because Pacific Rim was there last year.
See, we always try to do short podcasts. It never works out.
Because we're geeks. We talk about what we love and what we don't love. And if you don't like it at home, guess what? There's a pause button. Come back in 5 minutes.
Hey. Never leave this podcast.
No, but you can pause it and come back to it later. That's another nice thing about putting it on.
Never give up. Never surrender.
Never say die. What are we playing?
So stupid.
Jeez, how many quotes are we going to go
through? It's their time up there. It's our time down here.
Slick shoes. No, Dana. No slick shoes.
This was my wish, my dream, and it didn't come true.
That was probably the best line. So I'm taking it back. I'm taking them all back. Yes. It's okay. I'm living my dream right now. I get to talk crap on people. I hope
to get their balls
junk.
Okay. I'm done, guys.
I hope they're... You know what? Are you leaving us?
Do you have any other questions?
You know what I hate you know what I say about you?
What?
I hope you get your balls stuck in a trap. Never get them out.
Mario out. Mario's left the building, everyone. All right, let's go into our last subject, the Trinity War. I did get to see a preview of the Trinity War. It was freaking amazing. It was
yeah. I'm doing
battering.
What would Constantine's move be? Invisible shield. Yes.
Invisible shield.
It works.
Something's here.
War effects in the back.
So what do we have news on for the Trinity War?
My guess is there's going to be 3 factions.
Well, is it going to be
No?
Well,
Am I wrong?
did they say in each issue that somebody dies?
Somebody in issue Justice League issue number. Do you guys not have any more?
Yeah, we're sold out.
Which of the Green Lanterns
22.
will it be?
It's 22. It was not. It was a lower character, but
You can
nonetheless,
say, I think everyone's read it.
I haven't read it yet, but
haven't
you
read
could say it.
Well, I don't know. That's the thing.
Sue, who died in Justice League?
I think it was Dr. Light or something else. Something.
Oh yeah, Dr. Light. It was Dr. Light.
Yes, I believe it was Dr. Light. Either that or whoever Dr. Light was facing.
Oh, thank God, it's somebody I've never heard of.
Yes, that's the point. But nonetheless, they did cross the line. So from there, they went ahead and they went down all-out war. But now it's going to continue into JLA number 5, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Is it 5 or 6? I don't know. I can't see the reflection of that JLA. It's 5, 6, or possibly 7. One of you guys go ahead. You guys will know. It's 5. So in number 6, the Trinity War will continue on. But nonetheless, what are they going to do with the Trinity War once it's done, Renee?
They're going to move on to Villain Month.
And what's going to happen for Warner Brothers Entertainment with the Trinity War?
Oh, well, they'll be making a little DC animated movie based off of the whole storyline.
Yeah!
Which is interesting because
I like the DC animated movies. I will say that.
I do.
Was it Justice League Paradox, the Flashpoint Paradox? That's going to be coming out, which is the reason why the New 52.
Yes.
So that actually explains a whole lot. Because I was wondering when they'll start doing New 52 stories, but they had to do the whole Flashpoint thing. So now...
so they're going to do that so they could initiate all the brand new stories?
All the new brand new stories. Because think of it, if you can do a Death of the Family story of an animated movie...
Dude, if you could... Anything. Death of the Family, the...
Court of Owls.
What was the Green Lantern one? The Wrath of the First Lantern. The Atlantis...
Throne of Atlantis.
All those would make great, amazing movies. Even if they were like live action movies, that'd be pretty sick.
You can even do the new title ones like... what's one of the
Earth 2, Earth 2 would be cool. If they were to do an Earth 2 TV show, I think that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty cool. You know what? That'd be best.
But unfortunately, Cartoon Network comes out with crap.
Well, speaking of Cartoon Network, I watched Beware the Batman.
I thought you were going to say that you watched Annoying Orange.
No, Beware the Batman premiered on Saturday.
Have you seen that? Trash, yes.
And
it was not good.
No, you didn't like it, but Beware the Batman?
We're talking about Annoying Orange, I think. Wait, were you talking about Batman or Annoying?
We were talking about...
Batman? Annoying Orange?
No, I was talking about Beware the Batman. I did not like it.
Yeah, it was a little bit off, but I did
Is
like
it because of the costume?
No, it's just the story.
His head looked weird too.
It kind of.
He looks weird as the Batman. I don't like it in CGI. I'd rather have it.
If it's not the animated series, it's nothing
exactly.
at all.
I want it
and
animated.
it sucks because that's like.
You know why? Because CGI still to this day is very cold, and it's hard to pull off. I think with Batman to pull off like that, the way the shadows and that whole world they did in the animated series was all done. You can't do that with CG.
I know.
You need traditional drawing like that. That drawing lends something to that like darkness.
Yeah.
You just can't pull off with CG.
Because watching it and I will say I did not like how Alfred looked because Alfred kind of looked like Lex Luthor. Like he looked like a Lex Luthor.
Was he bald?
He was bald.
It's the Earth One. Alfred, I think.
That's what I was saying too, because he's ex MI6 or whatever. He's ex like whatever British intelligence.
No, seriously,
was.
he's Earth 1.
Yeah, he's
Alfred?
like young and like a badass. He's like a younger.
Yeah,
he's not young, but he's like a younger, like maybe like mid 50s. Bald, looks kind of like a badass.
Yeah.
So, is it Beware of the Batman or Beware the Batman?
Beware the Batman.
You know what I heard was really good out of the Batman series was Batman Brave and the Bold. I heard it was really good. And
it was cute.
I like the Batman, the one that came out like in 2005.
I remember the Batman.
Yeah, the Batman one. That one was pretty interesting.
It was okay. It had its moments.
I thought it was good, at least compared. If you try to compare it to the Batman in the animated series. It was pretty
decent.
It was pretty good. It wasn't like...
There's only one thing that is comparable to Batman the animated series. That is Batman Beyond.
Oh, that felt like a continuation almost.
It's because it was technically a continuation.
They still had Kevin Conroy doing the voice of Batman.
They did. They also had... who's the guy from Boy Meets World?
Will Fredwell or something?
That's the older brother of Corey. Was the voice of Terry McGinnis.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't even know it's his voice, but if you think about it, like the way he talks, it was just the calm and collective him. It wasn't the outrageous him, and he did an amazing job. If there was anybody that would want to play like maybe Nightwing, I think he would do a really good job. And I'm talking about like real life character Nightwing too.
Yeah.
I think he'd still do really good. But I don't know. So rating on it, good, bad?
It was okay.
It was okay. I'll see the second one just to see how it goes, but it's probably going to be canceled like other DC.
Why do they always
shows.
cancel it? Like Justice
Oh,
League
Young
Unlimited was really
And
good.
then Young Justice was so good.
Young Justice was.
And then I don't know what.
Did you
was going
see
up
the bit
studio.
that they had with Conan O'Brien? And he's like, if I was a superhero, I'd have like an eagle, a bald eagle on my shoulder, and I'd have a hot mitten, but it'd be like still hot and steaming. And then he's like, yeah, I actually have a bit of it, and it's him with the Justice League dressed up as like the Conan super. He had the bald eagle on his shoulder.
is
He was
awesome.
talking down to like Young Justice. It was freaking hilarious, man. One of the funniest bits. And of course, this was when he had the beard.
Yeah.
Before Will Ferrell got all crazy and like made him cut the beard. But I have to admit, after he lost the beard, he looked pretty fat. Just saying.
Just
But
the times.
nonetheless, I don't know.
you can
I
read
won't
again.
hop on it. You guys could go ahead and tell me how it is. But this is our very last subject before we get out of here. Walking Dead 112.
This is all you because you're the one that's up to date.
I haven't read it. I haven't read
Gosh,
it.
man. Jesus. The Walking Dead is just getting so good, and it's amazing that it, I've read every single issue, and it still hasn't dropped my interest, not a freaking bit. Not even for like the slightest second, not even like 1/10%.
So, well, I have a question for you because like you're reading it by the singles now, right?
I'm already up to date with the singles, yes.
Okay, reading it by the singles, is it weird because like you read it by the trades and then by the books because you got the trades and then you got the big
And then I
old
got the-
compendium,
yes.
and then reading the singles, is that like it feels like
It feels very much like I want it all now.
yeah because you're so used to reading a whole
Exactly,
story.
because I read the first book, and the first book I believe was 46 issues. Then it went from 47 issues to 97 or 98 issues. Then from there, I bought Something to Fear, which is only 5 issues. I bought that. That was in one book altogether, so then I completed that. Then there was the next one.
Yeah.
Then from there, I got, I think, like 3 or 4 Walking Deads. I actually bought more than that. I don't know if I talked about it on the podcast when we went to Frank and Sons. Spent $40 on like 6 comics. It's ridiculous. Just because Image doesn't do second printings.
Yeah.
But it's so freaking good. If you guys don't follow us on Instagram, you will see what happens at the end of issue 112. We have it on there. Obviously, I'm talking about it now. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to spoil it for you guys.
No.
Yes. It's about to happen. So, this enemy, I won't say who, this enemy basically... I'm killing his mic. This enemy basically has no guns, nothing, at least you think so. But
I know that's kind of like
I'm going to put him out just a little bit because it's freaking hilarious. So, you think he doesn't have any guns, and they pull him out. They're like, let's just get his ass right
it's
now.
purposely going left.
And then, out of nowhere, just all the guns fall out of everyone's hands, and the enemy's like, do you think I'm stupid? You guys use guns on the dead. I use them on the living. So then from there, you just see all these snipers randomly come out. So the game has completely changed.
and that's how it ends with
And
snipers pointing at Rick.
Yes, but then this is already, I want to say, about 14 issues. 14 issues of this enemy. So it is just like, it is the craziest thing. And that's the thing, is even though it's that long, it still piques your interest. You just want it. You want it to come out like weekly, if not every 2 weeks. That's what I'd really want in it. But for the Walking Dead TV show, this is going to be crazy. Once they get to season 5,
Well, at this point, a lot of the characters that were from the original group are gone, aren't they?
yes, and technically, Andrea is still alive, and you learn to love Andrea throughout the comic books.
Okay.
Unlike how you do in the TV show, they killed her off in the 3rd season. But that's the great thing, is that Robert Kirkman did address that he wants them to be two completely different beasts. And they really are. There's no way to compare the two.
Yeah.
Not in
They're
the
like,
slightest
they're like
sense.
two completely different universes. if
Yes,
anything.
it really is. Like, perfect example is Tyrese. Tyrese is originally supposed to be with the group right after Shane dies. And Shane dies not even, like, way before the farm.
Yeah.
Tyrese is with them from the farm
Yeah, he is, yeah.
all the way till...
And they didn't
I think
even
after the
show
prison.
like the village home that they visit at during the wintertime.
yes.
Like they skipped that whole
And
story,
yeah, and
which
that's-
I thought was pretty good because like you thought they were safe.
Yes.
And then when winter was gone, all the zombies were like,
Yes,
coming out.
yes. And there's so many other things that the comic book address. If you love the TV show, you seriously have to read the comic.
Read it.
Because if not, it's just...
Wild bitch.
I had your mic on, dude. I just want to clarify that.
You're not supposed to have it on. I walked off.
It's just, it is too much to not enjoy.
Yeah.
So, highly recommend it. It's just, it's captivating,
I have to
man.
get the trades.
Good stuff.
Definitely. But unfortunately, do not get anything other than the really thick ones. They sell it at Target for like $40. So you have drop down $80, you're basically getting 100 comics. So you're getting like a comic at like 90 cents each, 95 cents each. If you think about it that way, it's a deal and a half, and you're going to catch up with practically everything. Then all you need to do is buy 2 other books and a couple other singles, you're good to go. So anybody who's reading Walking Dead, please, by all means, message us if you have any questions. We'll go ahead, we'll answer them. Of course, we're not Robert Kirkman, but on top of it, we do like to compare the TV show to the comics. So go ahead, hit us up on Twitter at Rathaus, Ratthaus. Go ahead and visit our Instagram. That's Ratthaus, Productions, as well as our Facebook page, which is Facebook at Rathaus Production, and it's the only things we got, huh?
No, only
I don't know why I thought. And our YouTube page, which we are Rathaus Production. That's a space between the two. Go ahead and check out our channel. Obviously, if you're listening to us now, you listen to the podcast, so you're already there.
Congrats.
So let's go ahead. Let's put a cap on it this week, you guys. Once again, I am MTR, also known as Matt the Rat, and as always,
Big and nerdy.
20th century man.
So go ahead, go to Soup Complex or listen to Superiority Complex. I'm going to be guest hosting on when this releases, which is Wednesday.
Yes,
Yeah,
you are
by the
going to
time
come
you listen to
in.
this, it'll be Wednesday. New comic book day.
Yes, new comic book day, which is why we read everything. So go ahead, head to your local comic book shop. Or if not,
local, come to Undercity. I don't care where you are.
You can be
Get in your car.
You can be in like Hawaii right now.
Get in here, Undercity Comics, for all your comic book needs. They have the mind of where comic comers congregate, is what we like to say.
so we
very
basically do a
messy.
circle jerk. Like, is that what you're saying?
Very messy, but the cookies are delicious.
All right, let's end this now.
Just for fun, this transmission ends now.
What?